Yeah, look, it just spins right out. Look at that.
Hey, what's happening, guys? Hey, today in this video we're going to go over the Eachine. This is the EAT04. I already done a review on this, so I'll leave a link up here and just right above me here. You guys can click on that box. In this edition, I'm going to go over on how to put in these little axle extenders here. So stay tuned for that, guys. But first, let's get to that intro. Hey, what's up, everybody? Donnie here, and thanks for joining me today on this edition of Big Drone Flyer 77 RC. Hey, I am back with the Eachine. This is the EAT04. Those who follow me seen a little while back, I did a full review on this. I even opened it up to show you that it's got a hobby wing ESC in there that could be programmed. Also, you can actually change out the receiver in there, but I'm going to go ahead and leave the receiver in. I bolted this thing back together because actually this controller works really well. I got some pretty good range out of it, so I don't need to switch it over. I'll save that new receiver for another brushless model. But I did want to show you guys, those who bought this, it does come with some extenders for your axles, you guys, so that way you can widen up the axles here so it won't flip over so much. So I wanted to show you how to install that. So you get 4 of these adapters here, and then you get this all comes in the package, and you get the hardware that you need to mount that. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the tire tool, and I'm going to go ahead and just take the wheels off. So guys, I'm going to cut to all the wheels being taken off, and I'll be right back. Alright, and those who are new to the hobby, just be careful when you do pull off the wheels. These adapters that go on back the wheels will slide off, and as you can see, this pin just dropped right here. So you want to save that pin and put it off to the side. They do supply 4 more pins. You'll have 4 O-rings, 4 sleeves, 4 screws, 4 washers, and then of course 4 spacers, and this is for the battery. But I would laid everything out and ready to go, but you want to take all these off and make sure you don't lose those pins because you're going to need them later, at least for spares. So I'm going to put those off to the side since I'm not going to be using these anymore. They'll be going back into like the baggie, or if you guys have a container. So let me get the other side off, and then we'll start putting the adapters on. I already took the pin off on the other side, so okay, so how this is going to work out is it's going to be a little bit different. So now you're not using these anymore. So you're going to end up going with this is going to be the new adapter here. So this is what's going to slide in the tire. So as you can see, it's all perfectly placed where it's going to set in there. But you're not going to be using the standard lug nut anymore. So this won't be used anymore. What you'll end up using is these screws and the washer and these sleeves. So I'll show you how this goes. Put this tire up. The sleeve's going to slide on here to protect these threads, okay? So these sleeves need to be put on. I'll just do one side at a time. So they're going to slide over these, and be careful because the axle will try to pull out right here. So just slide that in. This one's a little rough here, so just get that one in there. Let me try another one. That one's hanging up for some reason. Let's try getting this guy in there. It's kind of hard because the axle tries to push back. Okay, now that one's on there. Alright, so what we're going to do now is going to put this pin here. We're going to slide the pin in, and how this is going to work, it's a little bit different because on here there's a little hole right here, so that's where this pin's going to slide through. Alright, but it's going to slide through the whole axle. The front one's going to be a little tough here because it wants to slide, so I'm going to have to keep pushing this axle back over here. So you see it keeps sliding out, so I got to push this See if you guys can see that. So I'm pushing it with my nail, or if you have a little screwdriver, you can push it out enough to where I could see the little hole inside there, and I'm going to slide that pin in there, you guys. So I'm going to slide the pin in there. Let me show you the back one. That'll be a little bit easier to see. So this will just slide right in here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and slip this O-ring over real quick. Alright, because that O-ring is going to keep that pin from sliding out. So once you get this slid in here, this will slide in like so. You're going to try to get that pin in there. As soon as I can find the spot. So I'm going to slide that pin in there and hopefully not lose it here out the other side. So I'm going to apologize, it's hard to get the right angles. Okay, now the pin got in there. I'm going to slide this O-ring over. So now it's locked, you guys. Alright, it's locked in there. So that one will be ready to put the tire on. And then all I have to do is put a washer, and then this screw right here will slide on like so, and it'll go right in there. So, but you have to have the washer on there. I don't, I'm not 100% sure if you have to have the washer on there, but I'm going to put it on there. They don't give you no instructions, guys. This is just, it's pretty similar to aftermarket ones that you get, that you can order online somewhere. I'm just not too sure for this one. I think you just need a 12mm size. I think that's what size this one is here, you guys. I'm not too sure, but I'll put it up on the screen. So that's how that's going to go, and you can see it spaces out the axle now. Alright, so I'm going to do the front one. Like I said, the front one's going to be a little bit harder because I'm going to have to get a screwdriver or something to push that axle back out so it stops doing that, and put something in there to keep it from doing that, so that way I can slide that pin in and slide this axle in here. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go around, put those on. I'll be right back. Here's the other side. This is all on there. It's a little wiggly here, you guys, so it's not going to be 100%, but it will help you out, at least for keeping this thing from flipping. So I'm going to go ahead and finish putting this side of the wheels on. But as you can see, all I did was put that little pin through there and put this O-ring over it to hold that pin in. And just like those sleeves I showed you are covering up the threads in there, and that piece just slides on, pin goes in, and then the O-ring. Then it's ready to go. So let me put the tires on, and then we'll take it out for a run and see how well it does. And before we go outside, I did want to tell you, you will have to have your own Allen wrench. I think this is like a 2.5mm. I'm not 100% sure. My old Allen wrench was my father's, so this thing's like from 1970 something to the early 80s. So everything's all rubbed off and you can't see what size that is. But you will have to get an Allen wrench, you guys. I didn't see any Allen wrench in there that fits this, so that came in the package. So the other Allen wrenches are smaller. So I don't know if I dropped it or it just didn't come in my pack, but I did have to get one. So there we go. Those tires are on. It's a lot wider now. It's kind of hard to see with my camera, but I'll show you outside, out in the light, so you can see what it looks like, and then we're gonna go for the run now. So.
All right, everybody, we're gonna go test these out and see how well this does, and make sure it doesn't flip. It is a little wobbly there, but we'll have to see how it does. It's definitely super windy. Those who follow my channel know I got that new Mavic Air 2. I'll do a video soon, guys. I just haven't been able to do anything. Believe it or not, it was raining. It's 95 degrees today, but it's been super windy. So I'm gonna kind of hold off on that, and I'll get to that video sometime. But for now, let's get to this guy and see how well it runs. I'm gonna turn it on. Just turn on the controller. See how well this thing runs, guys. I got the 2S battery in there. You remember this one comes with the lithium ion battery, so I am using a 2S LiPo in here, you guys. So let's give this thing a shot here. Still pretty torquey, but it would have flipped already. Wow, that works really, really well. That is awesome, you guys. Definitely you want to go and put these on. Now it's not going to sit there and flip over anymore. You guys seen my other video who follows me? If not, like I said, I put the link up there. But this thing would flip over right away. I mean, I couldn't hardly turn and it would already flip over a bunch of times. I'll show you guys a clip of that as well. Still pretty torquey. Still pretty torquey. I gotta turn the steering up a little bit. Got the steering turned down because it kept flipping, so I had to turn the steering all the way down at the time. Ooh, almost flipped there. What was that, a penny? I thought a piece of the thing came off, but it's actually just a penny. Thought something came off the car. Oh, it works killer, you guys. Oh yeah, whoa. Cyclone. Let's see if I can get this thing back over. Oh my God, almost got it. It ain't gonna do it like the other one. There. Oh, almost got it to flip, you guys. But man, you guys see how much that took for me to flip that? It definitely needs some oil shocks. I think that will take care of a lot of this situation too, so it won't be so bouncy. But man, what a difference. It's got so much torque, it just wants to torque that right wheel up. That's where all the torque's at. Sure works a lot better. I can't wait to get this out in some dirt sometime. You guys got to definitely do that. If yours don't come with that, mine is the newer model, you guys, so remember that. I think some of the first batches that came out didn't come with these extenders here, so I got one of the pins trying to come out, so let me try to squeeze that back in there. There's got to be another way of doing this. I noticed one of the little pins are trying to come out, so be aware of that. They do give you 4 extra ones. I'm going to double check again. Everything looks good. Man, that works really good. There we go. That's some mean cyclones though. If you had some dirt, that thing would just tear it up. All right guys, I'm not going to keep going on and driving it back and forth. I just wanted to show you how to install those extenders and let you see how well it handles now extending these axles out. It definitely makes a big difference. I just don't like how loose everything is. It's not a really good way to do it, but it does work, guys, and they're easy to exchange back out, so you don't, you know, it's not a lot of work. Just taking the wheels back off, sliding those pins out, putting those adapters back in. So make sure you save your adapters, put them in a safe place somewhere where you know where they're at, then you can swap it back to original. But for now, this is awesome, you guys. All right, everyone, I appreciate you watching. Be safe out there. God bless, cheers, and happy driving.